Welcome to my YouTube channel, Dreams Learning Zone, for all grade 9 students. Today, here in this video, I'm going to help you understand text, and I will also help you to find or to write down answer of the questions given in this unit under the text Thomas and Jerry. So before we start reading the story, there are some pre-reading activities. So let's do it. Getting started. So what do you think these pictures are related to? So you can see here 3 pictures. How do people make request in these situations? Okay, so यसमा 3टा पिक्चरहरु दिएको छ र यस्तो अवस्थामा मान्छेहरुले कसरी रिक्वेस्ट गर्छन् भन्ने क्वेशन गरेको छ. So first, in such situations, okay, first picture is about a photographer is taking a photo. Second, you can see people, they are buying shoes. You can see seller and buyers, and you can also see a kind of public place here. So in these places there are people, we are strange, okay, we do not know each other, we don't have any kind of familiarity between or among us. In such situations, if we are not we do not know each other, so in such situations, if we want to make, or if you want to make some kind of information, or some kind of if we are doing if you are getting something, or if we want to do something, if you want to get something from them, or if you want to have conversation, so we have to make some sort of polite request. Okay, so we can make a request politely in such situations. For example, if you are if a photographer is going to take a photo of you, he or she may ask permission from you. So in such situation, he asks you politely, he wants to take your photo, and before he takes your photo, he makes a kind of polite request to you. So here also, buyer and seller, they are also they also make some sort of request. Buyer and seller. So buyer, he wants to reduce the price of the items that he or she is going to buy, and seller, he doesn't like to reduce the price. Okay, in such situations, they make request to each other. One makes request to reduce the price, especially buyer one, and seller, he also makes a request not to reduce the price of that item from the buyer. So here also you can get you have to make some sort of request here also. There may be some problems, or you want to get something, or you want to share something, or you want to get some sort of information. So in such situations, you have to make a request. Okay, if you want something done for you in that situation, you make a request. Okay, and the requests are of different varieties, different types. It depends on the condition or situation. Okay, so let's see the reading text here. Thomas and Jerry. Here is a beautiful story, inspirational one, which gives us a moral lesson that both family and work is important for the sound or healthy family. So what do you see in the picture? You can see the picture. Okay, the picture is given here, and we can easily identify that the scene. Okay, you can see is a city. Okay, city situation, city environment. You can see city type of environment here, and you can see 3 people are here. Okay, one is an old man. He's an old man, and he's holding a walking stick here. And there are two boys, or maybe two people. There are two maybe boys or somebody else, so they are fashionable, okay, and perhaps they are having conversation. Okay, in this picture you can see the old man is talking with these two people. Let's see the story here, Thomas and Jerry. Okay, so now I'm going to explain you the story, Thomas and Jerry. So once upon a time in a village there was an old man named Jerry. Okay, so the story is about an old man who used to live in a village. Okay, so we are going to read a story about an old man, and he lived in a village far away from the city. Okay, and he hadn't seen his son who lived in the city for a few years, and his son had been living in the city for a few years, and his son hadn't met his father for few years. Okay, केही समयदेखि धेरै वर्षदेखि छोराले बुवालाई भेटेको थिएन, र जेरी जो बुवा हुनुहुन्छ र आफ्नो छोरा टमसलाई भेट्न सिटीमा जाने विचार गर्नुभयो है. So he wanted to meet him, and he wanted to go to the city because he wanted to meet his son Thomas. He started his journey and came to the city where his son used to work and stay. जहाँ उनको छोराले काम गर्ने र बस्ने गर्दथे त्यो शहरमा उनको बुवा आइपुग्छन् है. थमस जहाँ बस्छन्, जहाँ काम गर्छन्, त्यहाँ जेरी आइपुगे, जो जेरी थमसका बुवा हुन्. He approached, आइपुगे, came nearer to something in a distance, है, केही टाढाबाट नजिक आइपुग्नु. यहाँ छोरा बस्ने ठाउँ नजिक आइपुगे. हि भनेको यहाँ को हो त? जेरी. जेरी चाहिँ नि कहाँ आइपुगे त? आफ्नो छोरा जुन ठाउँमा बस्छ त्यो ठाउँ नजिक उहाँ आइपुग्नु भयो. The place where he used to get letters from a long time, and in the past he used to get letters from his son, but for a few years he had not been getting letters from his son. उसले छोराबाट चिठीहरू पाइरहेको थिएन केही समय, केही वर्षदेखि, हैन. जुन ठाउँबाट उसले चिठी मात्र पाउने गर्दथ्यो, जहाँ शहरमा जहाँ छोरा बसेका थिए त्यहाँबाट केही समय पहिला चिठीहरू पाउने गर्दथे, तर अहिले चिठी पनि नआएको धेरै वर्ष भइसकेको छ. त्यसपछि जहाँ बस्छ छोरा बस्ने भनेर जहाँ उनले चाहिँ पत्ता लगाएका थिए, जुन ठाउँमा बस्छ भन्ने उनले सोचेका थिए. Okay, so when he knocked on the door he was excited and smiled with joy to meet his son. र ढोकामा नकिङ गर्ने सिलसिलामा, ढोका ढकढक गर्ने बेलामा, जुन ढोकामा चाहिँ नक गरेर चाहिँ आफ्नो छोरालाई बोलाउने बेलामा चाहिँ उनी खुसी थिए, एक्साइटेड थिए. अब छोरालाई भेट्न पाइयो, हैन, छोराको मुख देख्न पाइयो, छोरालाई चाहिँ हेर्न सकिन्छ, भेट्न सकिन्छ, गफ गर्न सकिन्छ भनेर चाहिँ उनी एकदम एक्साइटेड. He was very much excited and he was smiling also, and he was very much happy to meet his son. But what happened there? Unfortunately, दुर्भाग्यवश, unhappily, हैन, दुःखका साथ भन्नुपर्दा, someone else opened the door. So instead of his son there was someone living there, and that person opened the door, and Jerry asked, I suppose Thomas should be staying in this place. Jerry was shocked, okay, because he thought that in that place his son Thomas was living there, but someone else or a strange person opened the door, and Jerry talked to him. I suppose Thomas should be staying in this place. यो ठाउँमा त मेरो छोरो टमस बस्थे हैन र? The person said no, he has left and moved to a different location. So that person informed him that his son Thomas, he had been living in another place, okay, in another location. So Jerry was disappointed. He was very much happy. He was very much eager to meet his son Thomas, but he did not find his son there, okay, in that place. That is why he became disappointed and just pondered, and he thought what I could do, how he was going to meet his son. So he was finding out the way to meet his son as soon as possible. He was very much eager because he had not seen his son for a long time, for many years, and he was very much enthusiastic to meet his son. And he was hoping that he could meet his son easily, but it was not possible for him because his son had changed the location. Okay, he started to walk down the street and the neighbors asked Jerry, okay, are you looking for Thomas? And the neighbors, okay, they found out that he was the father of Thomas, and they thought that he was surely trying to find out his son. Okay, so they asked, are you looking for Thomas? के थमसलाई खोज्दै हुनुहुन्छ? Jerry responded by nodding his head. टाउको हल्लाउँदै उनले चाहिँ नि moving his head up and down. He showed his approval. He said that he was really trying to find out the location of his son. The neighbors gave Thomas's office address to Jerry. Jerry thanked them and started towards the path which would lead to his son. र छोरा भएको ठाउँतिर पुर्याउने बाटो उनले पकडे र त्यो बाटोबाट उनी अगाडि बढे. Finally, Jerry arrived at the office and asked the receptionist counter, could you please tell me Thomas's location in this office? The receptionist asked, may I know who you are? How you are related to him? अब रिसेप्सनिस्टलाई सोध्छन्. रिसेप्सनिस्टलाई सोधिसकेपछि रिसेप्सनिस्टले पनि अनि को हो तपाईँ? जेरी तपाईँ चाहिँ नि टोमसको को पर्नुहुन्छ? सो उनले सोध्छन्. जेरी रेस्पोन्डेड पोलाइटली, भद्र भएर नम्र भएर उनले भन्छन्, by saying I'm his father. The receptionist asked Jerry to wait for a moment, then rang Thomas and conveyed the message. र यो खबर पुर्याइन्. बुवा हुनुभएको Thomas was stunned. He was very much astonished, very much shocked, and told the receptionist to send his father to the cabin immediately. He was also happy to meet his father. He was stunned and he told his receptionist to send his father inside the cabin immediately, as soon as possible. Okay. Jerry entered the cabin. As soon as he saw Thomas, his eyes were filled with tears. So he became emotional. He had not seen his son for a long time. So he loved his son very much. He was very much satisfied with his son because his son was doing well in the city. He was earning money. He was earning good reputation. He was getting success in the city. And he saw that his son was happy there. So he became very emotional over her. He became very much emotional. Okay, so Thomas was happy to see his father. They talked for a while and Jerry asked Thomas, son, mom really wants to see you, will you go home with me? And then Jerry says him that why he had come there. Okay, so he wanted to take his son with him to the village. Okay, because his mother was waiting for him. His mother wants to meet him. So she wanted to meet him. है उनी भेट्न चाहन्छन्. मम्मी आफ्नो आमा भेट्न चाहनुहुन्छ छोरालाई, अनि छोरालाई लिन आको ला मसँग जाने हो भनेर चाहिँ नि सोध्छन् बुवाले. है छोरा तिमी मसँग जाने हो किनकि तिम्रो मम्मीले तिम्रो आमाले तिमीलाई भेट्न खोज्दै हुनुहुन्छ. So Thomas responded. Thomasले जवाफ दिए, I'm afraid I can't go home, father. म अहिले जान सक्दिनँ, सरी. बुवालाई चाहिँ उनले भन्छन्, असमर्थ भएको कुरा बताउँछन् किनभने I am very busy working for my success. र उनी सफलताको बाटोमा हिँडिरहेका छन् र अझ बढी सफलता हात पार्न चाहन्छन् र त्यसको साथसाथै उनी हार्ड वर्किङ पनि गरिरहेछन्. So it's hard to take leave to visit as my hands are full with lots of stressful work. एकदम कामको दबाब छ, कामको चाप छ हैन, प्रगति गर्नु छ, धेरै काम गर्नु छ, मसँग फुर्सद छैन, म जान सक्दिनँ भनेर चाहिँ भन्छन्. So Jerry gave a simple smile and said, अनि उनले चाहिँ हल्का हाँसेर भने, said, okay, ठिकै छ, you may do your work, I will be going back to your village in this evening, to our village in this evening. अब छोराको यस्तो जवाब सुनिसकेपछि उनी भावुक हुन्छन् र मनलाई कन्ट्रोल गर्छन् र भन्छन्, ठिकै छ, तिमी आफ्नो काम गर, त्यसपछि म भोलि बिहानै चाहिँ के गर्छु गाउँ फर्किन्छु भोलि साँझ है आजै साँझ म फर्किन्छु अब उनलाई बस्ने इच्छा हुँदैन अब छोराले त्यसो भनिसकेपछि जुन होप लिएर चाहिँ नि त्यहाँ आएका थिए जुन आशा एक्सपेक्टेसन गरेको थिए त्यसको जस्ट अपोजिट भइसकेपछि अनि अब त्यही साँझ फर्किने विचार गर्छन् टमस आस्क्ड वुड यु स्टे फर अ फ्यु डेज विथ मी प्लिज र त्यतिकैमा टमसले पनि बुवालाई केही दिन आफूसँगै बस्नको लागि अनुरोध गर्छन् जेरी रेस्पोन्डेड आफ्टर अ मोमेन्ट अफ साइलेन्स केही छिन चुप बस्छन् र उनले जवाफ दिन्छन् सो यु आर बिजी विथ योर टास्क आई डोन्ट वान्ट टु मेक यु अनकम्फर्टेबल अर बिकम अ बर्डन फर यु म तिमीलाई डिस्टर्ब गर्न चाहन्न तिमीलाई बोझ हुन्छ तिमीलाई बर्डन हुन्छ असजिलो होला तिमी काममा बिजी छौ म डिस्टर्ब गर्न चाहन्न भनेर चाहिँ नि भन्छन् ओके ही कन्टिन्युड आई होप इफ आई एभर ह्याड अ चान्स टु मिट यु अगेन आई वुड बी ह्याप्पी देन ही डिपार्टेड फेरि मौका पाएँ भने फेरि भेट्न चान्स पाएँ भने म खुसी हुनेछु त्यति भनेपछि ऊ जान्छन् त्यहाँबाट दुःखी भएर अब जेरी त्यहाँबाट जान्छन् छोराकोबाट जान्छन् त्यसपछि आफ्टर फ्यु विक्स केही समयपछि केही हप्तापछि टमस वन्डर वाइ हिज फादर केम एलोन आफ्टर अ लङ टाइम बुवा यति लामो समयपछि किन एक्लै आउनुभयो होला सोच्छन् उनले सो ही थट and he tried to find out the reason why his father had visited him. Okay, so he felt bad for treating his father in a worried manner. Okay, so he became unnatural, he became unusual, so he behaved strangely to his father, so he felt guilty and he thought and उसले आफूले चाहिँ यस्तो सोच्छ किन मैले यस्तो गरेँ होला किन यस्तो किसिमको बिहेभ गरेँ होला बुवा आउनुभएको थियो किन मैले बुवाको कुरा मानिन होला उसलाई चाहिँ अलिकति रिग्रेट फिल हुन्छ ही फेल गिल्टी सो took leave for a few days and went to his village to meet his parents र अफिसबाट बिदा लिएर अनि चाहिँ आफ्नो प्यारेन्ट्सलाई भेट्न जान्छन् when he went to the place where he was born and grew up he saw that his parents were not there र जुन ठाउँमा ऊ जन्मे हुर्केका थिए जुन ठाउँमा उनको प्यारेन्ट्सहरू बस्थे त्यहाँ गयो तर उनले त्यो आफ्नो प्यारेन्ट्सलाई त्यहाँ देख्न सकेन भेट्न सकेन he was shocked and asked the neighbors र छिमेकीलाई सोध्यो what happened here My parents have to be here. Where are they now? मेरो बुवा आमाहरू कहाँ हुनुहुन्छ अहिले यहाँ बस्नुपर्ने यहाँ हुनुपर्ने The neighbors gave the address of the place where his parents were staying र अहिले जहाँ बस्दै छन् त्यहाँको एड्रेस दिन्छन् Thomas scurried to the place and noticed that it was like a graveyard र चिहान जस्तो ठाउँ थियो त्यो ठाउँमा चाहिँ नि अब गयो त्यो ठाउँमा पुग्यो जुन लोकेसनको अनुसार to the place and noticed that it was like a graveyard चिहान जस्तो किसिमको ठाउँमा ऊ पुग्यो his eyes were filled with tears and started to walk slowly towards the place His father noticed Thomas in the distance and waved his hand to draw his attention र बुवाले देख्छन् त्यसपछि बुवाले चाहिँ हात हल्लाएर उनलाई चाहिँ इन्फर्म गर्छन् है डिस्टेन्स टाढाबाट Thomas saw his father started to run and hugged him as soon as they met अङ्गालो मार्छन् Jerry asked how are you and continued what a surprise to see you here हैन अनि अचम्मित हुन्छन् हैन जेरी थमस त्यहाँ आएको देखेर अनि आई डिडन्ट एक्सपेक्ट द्याट यु वुड बी कमिङ टु दिस प्लेस हैन यहाँ आउँछु होला भनेर मैले आशा पनि गरेको थिएन थमस फेल्ड असाउन्ड लज्जित भयो हैन किन उले जुन किसिमको व्यवहार देखाएको थियो त्यसको अनुसार त ऊ त्यहाँ चाहिँ जाँदैन थियो होला तर ऊ पछि चेन्ज हुन्छ उसले चाहिँ सोच्छ आफूलाई चाहिँ गिल्टी फिल गर्छ त्यसपछि ऊ जान्छ र थमसले पनि व्यङ्ग गर्दै भन्छन् सो ही फेल्ड असाउन्ड एन्ड केप्ट हिज हेड डाउन लज्जित हुन्छ टाउको निहुर्याउँछ जेरी सेड व्हाई आर यु फिलिङ ब्याड हेज एनिथिङ रङ ह्यापन्ड किन तिमी दुखी फिल गरिरहेछौ के नराम्रो चिज भएको छ थमस रेस्पोन्डेड नो फादर ही कन्टिन्युड इट इज I never knew. It's just I never knew that I would be seeing you in this position in our village. हैन यस्तो अवस्थामा मैले देख्छु होला भन्ने मैले सोचेको थिएन अनि त्यसकारण भन्छ Jerry smiled and said I had taken the loan when you moved to the city for your college to pay for your education. Education को लागि मैले चाहिँ के गरेको थिएँ पैसा लोन लिएको थिएँ I had taken a loan when you moved to the city for your college to pay for your education. Then again when you wanted a new car कारको लागि र पढाइको लागि मैले लोन लिएको थिएँ सो बट ड्यू टु अ लस इन फार्मिङ आई कुड नट पे द लोन ब्याक र फार्मिङमा चाहिँ लस भएको कारणले गर्दाखेरि मैले लोन तिर्न सकिनँ सो आई थट अफ एप्रोचिङ यु फर हेल्प र सहयोगको लागि म तिमी कहाँ आएँ बट यु आर बिजी भेरी बिजी एन्ड बसल्ड सो विथ योर वर्क आई डिडन्ट वान्ट टु बर्डन यु विथ योर प्रब्लम एन्ड रिमेन्ड साइलेन्ट सो आई ह्याड टु लेट आवर होम टु गो रिपे द लोन र घर छोड्नु पर्यो त्यो लोन तिर्नको लागि है आई ह्याड टु लेट आवर होम टु गो रिपे द लोन थमस विस्पर्ड यु कुड ह्याभ टोल्ड मी आई एम नट सो आउटसाइडर म बाहिरको मान्छे होइन हजुरले मलाई भन्नु पर्थ्यो ही सेड जेरी टर्न्ड एराउन्ड एन्ड सेड यु आर भेरी बिजी एन्ड स्ट्रेस्ड विथ योर वर्क विच मेड मी रिमेन क्वाइट तिमी एकदम बिजी थियौ काममा तल्लिन थियौ तिम्रो त्यो बिजिनेस देखेर म चाहिँ नि मैले चुप लागेँ मैले कुरा खोलिनँ अल वी वान्टेड वाज योर ह्याप्पिनेस र हामी सबै के चाहन्थ्यौँ तिम्रो खुसी चाहन्थ्यौँ त टमस स्टार्टेड टु क्राई एन्ड हग्ड हिज फादर अगेन र टमस यति भनेपछि टमस रुन्छन् र आफ्नो बुवालाई अँगालो हाल्छन् हि अपोलोजाइज्ड सरी माग्छन् टु हिज फादर एन्ड आस्क्ड हिम टु फर्गिभ हिम फर हिज मिस्टेक र जुन मैले गल्ती गरेँ त्यसको लागि मलाई क्षमा गरिदिनु त्यसपछि जेरी रेडिएटेड एन्ड सेड र खुसी हुँदै उनले भन्छन् इमोसनली भावुक हुँदै जेरी रेडिएटेड अनि एकदम ह्याप्पिली होइन खुसी हुँदै भन्छन् सेड नो निड फर द्याट आई एम कन्टेन्ट विथ वाट आई हेभ नाउ त्यस्तो होइन म जे छ त्यसमा खुसी छु आई एम कन्टेन्ट विथ वाट आई हेभ अल आई वान्ट इज द्याट यु स्पेयर सम टाइम फर अस हामी के चाहन्छौँ कि हामी यति चाहन्छौँ कि हामीलाई बेला बेलामा टाइम देऊ हामीसँग टाइम स्पेन्ड गर वी लभ यु भेरी मच द्याट एन्ड एट दिस ओल्ड एज इट्स हार्ड टु ट्राभल टु यु टु सी यु अफन है सो वी लभ यु भेरी मच हामी धेरै माया गर्छौँ र यस्तो अवस्थामा यो ओल्ड एजमा तिमीलाई टाइम टाइममा भेट्नु ट्राभल गर्नु यो गाह्रो कुरा हुन्छ अब यति भनेपछि कथा सकिन्छ अब हाम्रो यो स्टोरीमा के अरे टेक्स्टमा केही क्वेसनहरू दिएको छ फर्स्टमा ए नम्बरमा हेरौँ लेट्स सी द वर्ड्स इन रेड इन द स्टोरी करेस्पोन्ड टु द मिनिङ्स बिलो फाइन्ड द वर्ड्स एन्ड राइट देम माथि हामीले चाहिँ नि वर्डमा रातो लेटर कलरमा चाहिँ बोल्ड वर्डहरू देखेका थियौँ त्यो वर्डहरूको मिनिङ यहाँ दिएको छ हामीले म्याचिङ गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ फर्स्टमा अ लोड टिपिकल्ली अ हेभी वान इट मिन्स बर्डन नेक्स्ट केम नियर एप्रोच्ड so shocked that one is temporarily unable to react stunned left especially in order to start a journey departed a burial ground graveyard very strange bizarre worried satisfied content signed with energy or happiness radiated moved or ran somewhere suddenly or rapidly scurried. Number B, read the story again and decide whether the following statements are true or false भनेको छ Jerry did not use to get letters from his son false उले पाउँथ्यो तर केही समय पछाडी चाहिँ नि पाइरहेको थिएन तर पास्टमा उले चिठीहरू पाउने गर्थ्यो है false स्टेटमेन्ट the neighbors helped Jerry find the way to meet his son एकदम ठीक हो नेबरले सहयोग गर्छन् बाटो देखाइदिन्छन् त्यस्तै गरी Thomas was eager to meet his father in his office false त्यति eager थिएन हो and Thomas asked his father to stay with him for a week false केही दिनको लागि week को लागि हैन केही दिनको लागि भनेको थियो Thomas felt bad to see his father in his workplace false त्यति bad feel त गरेको थिएन The story tries to show that parents' happiness is tied up with their children's success and happiness true है बुवाको खुसी भनेको बच्चाहरुको खुसीसँग गाँसिएको हुन्छ बच्चाहरु खुसी भए सक्सेस प्राप्त गरे भने आमा बुवा पनि खुसी हुन्छन् भन्ने कुरा एकदम ठीक हो ट्रू हो अब हामी अर्को छ सी नम्बरमा Why did Jerry go to the city Jerry went to the city to meet his son Thomasलाई भेट्न गएको थियो Next, what did the father want from his son? The father wanted from his son that he would go home with him and meet his mother. Did the father come back to the village happily? Why? No, the father did not come back to the village happily because he could not bring his son with him. छोरालाई आफूसँग लान सकेन त्यो कुरामा उ स्याड थिए What made Thomas decide to visit his father? Thomas felt guilty after few days. His father returned. Okay, बुवा गएको केही दिनपछि, few weeks, and he became guilty and returned home alone, and then he decided to visit his father. Why did Jerry take the loan? The loan was taken by Jerry for paying Thomas's college fee and to buy him a car. Okay. Why did Jerry return home without telling his son about the loan? Jerry wanted his son. Okay, Jerry wanted his son to be happy always and did not want to give any burden to him. So he returned home without telling his son about the loan. What lesson do you learn from the story? Parents, they sacrifice everything for the sake of their children. Our happiness, children's happiness, our success. Okay, our work and family both are important for happy life. Okay, thank you for watching this video. If you are watching this channel for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe my channel, like, comment and share. Thank you once again.